Hey guys, welcome to the Bionicle Inspiration Series, a series where I cover the community's building techniques and awesome mocks to help you get out of any sort of mocking block or artist block, or even if you're just a little unsure about what to do next with the mock that you're currently building. So, today we are going to be covering using system in Bionicle mocks. System is your friend, it's not a heathen. So I'm here to show you some stuff that the community has done that I've been like, oh girl, that's awesome! And hopefully you can put into a mock yourself. So, the first mock we have today is Medic by Shadowgear 6335. Something that I think is awesome about this is there's a lot of stuff going on here that you really couldn't achieve with just straight Bionicle pieces. Like, for example, the weapons, which, I mean, technically you could say that those are Bionicle pieces because they were in the Bionicle playsets, but shut up. Another thing that, again, you can't achieve without system is that custom head, which looks so cool. There's a lot of little compact detail in there, which, I mean, system, often much smaller pieces, that makes it so much easier to achieve that kind of cool level of detail that's going on there. Not to mention you add that little radar dish thing at the top. I mean, I don't know, like, the terminology for what you'd call that, but it looks really doctory. And I mean, that's kind of the whole theme of this mock, because it's like a medic, hence the name. Like Dr. Ratchet from Transformers, that sort of thing, which is awesome. And is kind of being carried across with system here. It's awesome. Another thing, you've got the sort of waistcoat with the little plate wedges at the front there, and then the longer panels at the back. Which technically you could use some Technic pieces to achieve that, but you're able to kind of detail that a bit more because you got the studs and you can put the tiles, sort of curbs and all that on there to, you know, pretty it up a lot, which, again, you can't do that with Bionicles. That's one of the beauties of system. You're able to achieve things that you kind of couldn't normally, or add a lot more detail in because just system is small and works perfectly for that. So yeah, all up, this mock, in my opinion, you couldn't really do it without system, and I think it's beautiful. And again, as I always say, you know, you got the smoothness of the system, which matches the smoothness of the Hero Factory armor, all that jazz. I really like this mock. It's awesome. Next up, we have Donald Duck and Goofy by the Joskun. I'm sorry, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. I'm very sorry. What awesome mocks, by the way. These are great. Sure, there's like 4 Bionicle pieces on these, but you also get some cool stuff like the Hydraxon fingers or the Mixel eyes, which are technically ball joints, where there's kind of a blur between system and Bionicle in terms of those pieces have been used in both kind of thing. Which is awesome because it kind of makes it a little bit easier to build with, you know what I'm saying? Because they kind of already have places where you can connect Bionicle stuff to them. Another thing like that, if you look at the Nuva shoulder, which is used for Donald's butt, you got the little sort of holes in the Nuva shoulder where you were able to add the legs in, which is just a cool little connection point. Like, it's not technically a connection point. I guess it's not really illegal, but that works perfectly. It looks great, doesn't it? And I think that's something really cool with system is there's a lot of kind of unique possibilities there where you can add pieces that connect to Bionicle mocks. It's almost like they were meant for each other. What? So that's awesome. Again, you've got textures matching, like the smoothness of all of the orange pieces on Goofy works perfectly with the Hero Factory shell, and then the way that the Hero Factory shells on his pants there sort of transition quite nicely into the 2x2 round bricks there looks perfect. It looks brilliant. And something that I really like, that I mean, correct me if you're wrong, I don't know how easy it would be to achieve with Bionicle. You probably could, but it's a lot easier with system, at least. These are awesome characters from Disney, and their personalities come through in these builds. These builds have such character and personality in them that you just couldn't achieve any other way, I don't think. And like I've said before, storytelling in Bionicle, we know exactly who these characters are. They are conveyed perfectly. And again, I think that's all because of system. And Mixel eyes. I think Mixel eyes help a lot. So go system. Perfect. It looks great. The final mock, technically, what? Bonus mock? Ooh. Is King Gold by Moko. Yes, Moko. Check him out if you haven't. He's an amazing builder. So technically this mock is about 100% system. There's actually no Bionicle in this that I can see. So you're probably like, Ben, what the hell? Well, my excuse for that is it's chrome gold. How cool is that? Something that's awesome is, Bionicle just doesn't really have any pieces in chrome gold. I mean, maybe one or two, and they're like very rare pieces. And yeah, if you actually look at it up close, there's like 4 chrome gold pieces on this. You've got I don't know, what are they called? I think it's a sun disc from Johnny Thunder. You've got the 1x2 chrome gold plate. You've got the Lord of the Rings ring, and then there's like one little system dish on the side there. You've got like 4 pieces. Oh, okay, and a gold ingot. But besides the point, you have so few pieces, technically. It's just repeating a lot of the 1x2 chrome gold plates there. Tiles, damn it. Oh, you almost foiled me, system. And look at what you're able to achieve with just repeating 1 or 2 pieces. And you get to use such a sick color. And how awesome does this look? Another thing as well, I know often a lot of people write their stories and then they build the mocks accompanying said stories. I often, because I do that, and I often have a really cool mental image for what the mock looks like, and then it's like, oh god, how do I translate that in Bionicle form? Who says it even needs to be in Bionicle form? If that's exactly what your character looks like and you can achieve that with system, well, why not do it? So yeah, 2 beautiful things about system is you're able to use awesome colors that you may not be able to use in Bionicle. You're able to repeat 1 or 2 uses of a piece and get an awesome result. And also look at these sick weapons. I mean, sure, you could probably build that with Bionicle, but you're able to get a nice level of detail and just make it look really cool. Great weapons. And also, he's used Exoforce joints. Kind of opens up some new possibilities in my mind, because they obviously quite easily connect with Bionicle. And they're quite sturdy as well, so yeah, get amongst it. So that's technically it. I obviously hinted at this. There's a bonus mock. Whoa. So this mock is by Moko. I stumbled across this while looking for the King Gold from last time. So this is a Therno upgrade, also by Moko, like I said. And something I really like about this is it only uses a couple system pieces. And in the other mocks I've shown you, they've been quite system heavy, where this is just, 1 or 2 little sprinkles. And I'm not saying you need to use like 80% system in a Bionicle. I actually think it works better using just little bits of it. Because I have seen some mocks before where they've used a lot of system just for the sake of it, and it's been kind of like, well, whatever. So I think this is perfect. Like you've got the Hassanson Wolverine claw things there, just as a little bit of a, greeble or whatever you want to call it. Looks great. You've got what I think is the coolest part of this mock is the trans yellow windscreen over Therno's head to upgrade the mask in some sort of, I don't know, scuba diver helmet or heads up display, whatever you want to call it. That looks so badass. It looks awesome. And then you've got the little trans yellow pieces and the red slopes and all that on the legs there, which just sort of ties everything together really nicely, just as a little sprinkles of detail. So yeah, what a great way to upgrade Therno. That looks great. So yeah, that's essentially all I got. Thank you very much for watching the episode. I hope that gave you a few ideas for how to use system in your next Bionicle mock. Yeah, that's it. So, like I always say, be sure to check the links in the description to see the pages and the other photos of these awesome mocks and the other mocks that these people have built, because these 3 builders are probably 3 of my favorites. They post some phenomenal things, so be sure to check out what they do. Otherwise, also check the links in the description for places to drop by a few messages if you just want to have a chat, or if you want to suggest some of your own mocks or other people's mocks that you want to see in the episodes, or if you're like, I want to see this episode next, I want to see, I don't know, head designs or whatever. Feel free to suggest, and I will more than likely do an episode on that. So thank you very much. Hope you have a fantastic day. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Happy building. See you in the next episode. Bye.